After the initial inkling of racist supremacy was somewhat stifled in the Second World War, the Whitey Parade marched onwards. With the inclination of a nation heaven bent on segregation, it's no wonder that organized dummy organizations came together to stifle the progress of mankind, no matter what color their brains told them they were. The chauffeur of neon lights came back to attack the grizzly bear of racism, and this kindred angst proceeded like a doll with real-life genitals. The new organizations of recent past came together to put an end to the color of skin that they hated the most. Sheet-wearing, cross-burning, licking up Daffy Dan off the floor, whatever you could think of would come about and make your face peel away like a lightful thing that would make so much sense right now, or maybe not. This group of hates that grew hairs together stayed together. The American South was riddled with white-on-black crime and segregation. The starchy white earth tones that this hooded clan took part in were ruining the very fabric of black people's clothes. This new organization would not only wear the finest white linens to cover their identity, but they would also burn crosses in an attempt to make others feel like fire was offensive. These hooded hangmen would have meetings and talk about how they were the best race in the world, all the while not understanding that race was put here to manipulate us all and keep us all polarized so we would get frostbite of the privates and tits. Why not say tits again? It's a fun word and conjures up images of nice plump mammaries being exposed and jiggled in one's face. Squeeze, squeeze, lick, lick. How I like a nice titty trick. Anyway, enough of tits. Actually, I don't think one could ever get enough of tits, but we will try and move on. This group of white ignoramuses would morph into the modern-day hate groups we see today, and when I say hate groups, I mean white hate groups. There are black supremacy groups as well, but it just doesn't make for a good story. The marches they put on today are a far cry from the marches of old, but the news media would have you believe otherwise. The bottom line is this: racism exists on both sides. The key is to acknowledge it, do what you can about it, and move forward. Quote-unquote fighting against something is a surefire way to lose your life force and give power over to the other side, but there's no fun in that. It's so much easier to control people when they are being manipulated, so believe these mentally constructed race wars all you want, and don't you dare realize the truth. White supremacy, because human supremacy is just a little too complicated for the genetically challenged.